Good day and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue with our series of working on the technical side of the Word document. So in our last session we actually worked on the numbering system, where we generated this kind of a document including the table of contents and separated all of these sections into multiple pages, chapter 1, 2 and 3. We used a format of a thesis or a dissertation, because normally those are the ones which requires this kind of format. And I also added the abstract and the acknowledgement for this purpose of this session, just so that we can see the differences and we can be able to see how we're going to be proceeding in terms of having different page formats, Roman figures and also numerals. So I added this section, and all of them are in separate pages. Then this is where the content starts. So this should be our page 1 in actual sense moving forward. Then Roman figures should end on acknowledgement. So it'll be Roman figure 1, Roman figure 2, then maybe even this one can be a Roman figure 1, maybe 1 from this, then 1, 2, 3. Then our title page won't have any page numbers. So for the purpose of this session, I'm using the UNISA, University of South Africa's Masters and Doctoral Procedures as a guideline. So according to that guideline, the dissertation or a thesis must be in A4 format, using at least 1.5 spacing, except footnotes and quotations, which may be in single spacing, and leaving a left margin of at least 2 centimeters. The recommended font size for text is 12, and for footnotes it's size 10. So we're just gonna focus on the basics. In most cases, a dissertation barely will have footnotes, and so for footnotes we're not gonna focus on for this session. Normally we'll just focus on the standard basic practice in terms of the format, spacing, and the font size and the font type. First of all, once you look at this, we can start with the A4. This is an A4 page, this is an A4 format. Just to confirm, you can go here, and then when you get here, you click size, it's taking time, bear with me. I think my laptop froze. There we go. So size A4, can confirm through that. And then in terms of what this is the space, so the spacing on the left is still fine, even on the right is still fine, but I think here they emphasize margin at least 2 centimeters on the left, so that's fine. You can just confirm here. So left margin about 2.54, so that should do. It's a normal page, that should do. And then in terms of they didn't say anything about the orientation, that's it. So in terms of the A4 format, we are fine. Then what we're gonna look at now, let's start with the font. You're gonna have to click everything, then go to home, then make sure that the size is 12. Then everything is selected, by the way, here, and then make sure that the font type is either Arial or Times New Roman. In most cases, these are the two most popular used fonts, so you can either go for that one or this one. I'm gonna go for Arial for now. And then in terms of the spacing, you are going to go to your Word Microsoft Paint, and then you go and select line and paragraph spacing. You're gonna go and select 1.5 for everything, right? And then done. And then once you are done, you are basically done with that. So everything is in that format. Just align everything back to where it was, because I've removed the spacing somehow, so that's why this is happening. Just to make sure that everything is on its page. Okay, chapter 2, chapter 3. Now we are done with that main part. Here, what you can, because it's a title page, I always recommend you can just add spaces, just so that you don't have a lot of space available for no reason, because it should at least cover most of the page. Then that's fine. Then align this. Fine. For now we need to ensure that we insert the page numbers. But before we insert the page numbers, we need to break the pages so that they are not linked in terms of page numbers, into numbering the pages. So we can start with the cover page. Then we are going to say, is it layout? When you go to layout, then this page breaks. Then you go and break the next page, right? Then once you break the next page, then you can now insert page numbers. Let's say bottom, let's say this one, right? And then of course it will say that. Then once you've done that, you can click link to previous, so that it's not activated, so that we can unlink it. So if it's highlighted, it means it's linked, so you have to click on it so that it doesn't link to the previous page. Then you click that. Then when you get here, you're not going to cancel this, then it will start from page 2, right? And then remember, for this format we actually need numerals, Roman figures. So what we are going to do is that we're going to click here and format. So we're going to click here and click set. Then we say page number, format page numbers, and then we start with Roman figures. Then we start in Roman figure I, which is 1, right? And then it goes gonna affect from here to then acknowledgements. Then it's also going to affect this page. Then, but we need only Roman figures to be up to this stage. So if we need them to be up to this stage, it means from here, from this chapter 1, this should be our page 1, not Roman figure 4. Then we need to do the same thing and break the pages, and then and link it to the previous page. So we're gonna put our cursor to the last to here, put it here. So we're going to break to the next page again. Then say layout, same process, and then you're gonna break next page, right? And once you break the next page, there you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. So it's gonna, sometimes it gives you, it automatically takes you at another page, so you can just simply take the text back to where it was. And once you're done, remember, this is where we broke the page. We put the cursor here, then we broke this page to this page. Now let's put the cursor here under the on the page number section, and then we click link to previous. So we are basically saying, once again, we are unlinking it. We are disconnecting it from the previous page, so that whatever happens on the previous page doesn't affect what happens on this page. So we click it, and then once we click it, we go back to page numbers on the task pane there, and then you're going to format page numbers. Now we want them to start from page 1, right? Then you click, make sure that they start from page 1, click it, then it will say from page 1. So now you are into our introduction starts from page 1, then chapter 2 page 2, chapter 3 page 3, and then moving forward until you get to the last document. Then you are sorted. So now we are going to update our table of contents, but when we update it, we are only going to update the page numbers because the content is fine. So we're only updating page numbers. Perfecto. So according to this starts from page 2. It starts from page 2 because table of contents acts as a page 1 in terms of Roman figures. So that's why it will start from page 2. Otherwise, if you want table of content to start from Roman figure, or you don't want it to have a Roman figure, then it's still fine. You can also do the same thing. You print the pages, and then you unlink it, and then you format the page numbers as required. So there you go. Title page. I think now we can remove this because it's just the guideline. We did format our page, our document into the requirements of the University of South Africa. We did that, and then once we're done with that, we make sure that the cover page doesn't have any numerals or any page number on it. Only page numbers can start from table of contents in terms of Roman figures, which is here, and you can see from here. Then after the table of contents page is going to be abstract, then acknowledgements in terms of Roman figures. Then we go to our actual content, which is on from page 1 moving forward up until the last page. And once you're done with this, then that's it, you're done. It's quite not difficult. It's really simple once you get the gist of it. So if you do it once or twice, you will be fine with this. So I'm glad we are done with this session for today. So don't forget to subscribe, like, or comment if you believe that this was helpful to you and for you and also for your assignments. And come back, and I'll be sharing more videos, and let's keep learning together. Should you need any more assistance with anything, you can comment, and then maybe I can try look at it and see how it can be of assistance to you. Thank you so much, and enjoy.